So today we're talking about the buying process. So we have the manufacturer to the wholesaler, to the retailer, and then finally to you. So it does go through a number of steps. GST is paid by each of the steps of this process. The wholesaler gets an input tax credit from the tax the manufacturer pays, the GST, just like the retailer gets an input tax credit for the tax paid by the wholesaler and the manufacturer. So what we're going to be doing is working out how we can build something for a certain amount of money and why it costs you so much at the end of the process. So a scooter costs $2,000 to make. The manufacturer places a 20% markup and has to put GST on it. The wholesaler places a 25% markup and GST, and the retailer places a 30% markup plus GST. You're going to buy it at the end of the process. What we're going to be finding today is the manufacturer's GST exclusive and GST inclusive price. The same for the wholesaler, the same for the retailer. The total GST paid on the product, and the GST paid by the manufacturer, the wholesaler, and finally the retailer. So the first question about the manufacturer is the GST exclusive and GST inclusive price. So the manufacturer has a markup of 20%, so his multiplier is 1.2. The GST exclusive is the cost of the excluding GST times whatever the markup is. So the cost here, because it costs $2,000 to make the scooter, is 2,000 times 1.2 to make $2,400. GST exclusive, excluding GST. The GST inclusive, including GST price, is just your GST exclusive times 1.1. Always 1.1 because GST is always 10%. So 2,400 times 1.1, making $2,640. This here is the price that the wholesaler will now buy the scooter for. So the wholesaler has a markup of 25%. So that means that the multiplier is 1.25. GST exclusive, you're going to take your GST cost excluding GST, which is $2,400, which is what we found up here, times 1.25, making $3,000. Now GST inclusive is 3,000 times 1.1, making $3,300. This is the price that the retailer is going to buy this scooter for. Then we come across to the retailer. The retailer has a 30% markup, making a 1.3 multiplier. GST exclusive is 3,000 times 1.3, making $3,900. GST inclusive is that 3,900 times 1.1 for GST, making $4,290. This is what you're buying that scooter for. So the scooter that costs $2,000 to make is sold to you for $4,290. Then I asked what the total GST is. Well, the total GST is the amount of GST you're paying on the scooter. So that's it, doesn't matter what anyone else pays, it's just what the final amount of GST is. So it's $4,290, take $3,900, making $390. This is the total amount of GST that's being made or paid. Then we're breaking it apart for the manufacturer, the wholesaler, and the retailer. So the manufacturer is easy because we just have our 2,640 take our 2,400 to say that the manufacturer has paid $240. Now we know that, we know the wholesaler has a credit of that $240. So the GST to pay is the $3,300 it is that you sell the scooter for if you are the wholesaler. Take the $3,000, which is GST exclusive price, making $300. So $300 of total GST is being paid on this at that step. But we take off the $240 that's already been paid, and the wholesaler only needs to pay $60 worth of GST. A tax credit of $240, a bill of $60, making the $300. Once again, now we've found that, we know the tax credit for the retailer is $300, and it's just the $390 we found up here for the total GST. $390 take $300 makes $90.